warm-up music. Christian death. Welcome to Evilive, the live media commentary show that answers the question, is it exploitation to put little people in costume? Subscribe if you're new to the channel, because today we are reviewing What We Do in the Shadows, Season 5, Episode 7, Hybrid Creatures.
Oh, wait. This wasn't the island of Dr. Moreau?
It was a little person pubic hair away.
Yeah.
Island
Oh, my
Dr.
God.
Moreau.
Yeah.
I genuinely had problems watching this.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was fucking hilarious.
It bothered me a lot.
Yeah.
Did you get like a weird exploitation vibe at all?
No, man. It was people hired for a role that they fit into. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I guess technically it's exploitation because they're making money off of their stature and stuff. But, I mean, whatever.
Yeah. I don't. And then Shauna was like, so what about Ewoks? And I was like, fuck you.
Well, because here's the problem. There's two sides to the sword. They'll both kill you. Yeah, fuck yeah, we did. You could either A, go this route or the Ewok route and hire little people. Or you could go the Hobbit route and hire normal people and just shrink them digitally. Either way, people are going to be haters.
Yeah, that's rough because then you literally are taking jobs away from people who are perfectly suited for it.
Yeah.
I for whatever reason, if it was just like little people running around doing what, like acting and just being themselves, I wouldn't have bothered me at all.
Okay, Adam,
but dressed up.
Here's the thing though, like you're also assuming that these people aren't furries in their personal life.
That's right. You're right.
Like that might be their actual selves, the selves that's on the inside.
Okay.
Just saying.
All right. Well, good luck to them in their lives.
But no, it did not bother me. I fucking loved it. What bothered me was the fact that there's fucking gizmo hybrids. And they all looked more disturbing than the last. Like, especially the fucking... I think it's a catfish? I don't know what the fuck it was. But, yeah, that was... that one was what bothered me.
Yeah, the one he kept at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really weird. All of it's really fucking weird. There's no good way to feel about this, in my opinion. It's just like, what?
And I think that's what they were going for.
Yeah, well, they succeeded 100%. So this was directed by Kyle Nowacek, returned from an old one there, written by Jeremy Levick and Rajat Suresh, which I absolutely pronounced perfectly.
That was 100% correct.
It aired August 17. I mean, there's two basic stories going on.
Uh-huh.
There's the Nadja doing her best to get rid of a curse and help, I don't know, people that can't speak English.
I mean, you know what? She was doing a fantastic job of trying to get them to be a part of the New York culture. How many people did you have sex with? 7. Water coolers don't talk.
And then the other story is Laszlo basically giving up on trying to figure out what the hell Gizmo's up to and asking Gizmo to take care of the results of his experimentation.
Yeah, that was
very
great.
much Island of Dr. Moreau and just fucking weird. I didn't realize that this would take this turn. Like, I don't know how to express my feelings right.
It had to go this way though. Like, I mean, as soon as we saw the Gizmo frogs, it's like, oh, obviously there's going to be some more motherfuckers like this.
Next step.
Yeah.
Gizmo frogs. That just all of them being like, yes, father. Or was it father or master? Or
I think it was father.
Super fucking creepy, like deep voices out of an animal being.
Well, and the fact that they essentially have a cult, like, it was once foretold that there was going to be the one true Guillermo. And then, as a gift, you can have sex with my daughter.
Yeah.
Nope, that's not happening. Nope.
Which would ipso facto be his
granddaughter?
Yeah. Which is really weird. I mean, it's not really because they're like DNA spawn. It's not like a familial.
I mean,
tendency.
it's also really weird because he'd be fucking a dog. So
That's the least of the problems.
just saying, it's very. Oh yeah, they did say daddy. Yeah, it was fucking.
It's so fucked up.
Yeah,
The
that's
whole thing is so messed up.
yeah, it's so good. Like this episode definitely succeeded in making it very uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah.
Like, and I've watched Serbian film, and this made me uncomfortable.
Yeah, I sat down with my family and watched a circus man suck himself off, and that wasn't as weird as this.
And I love that was the first introduction for your daughter. Oh, this should be a good episode.
Do not speak of this in this household. Oh man,
so good.
All right, I'm being told my voice is quiet, and so I must adjust said voice while we're live. That'll be fine.
Yeah, that's totally not weird. Oh, shit.
All right, here I go up. There we go. That's my normal voice level. Every time I do a show on Cameron's show, it adjusts my volume automatically because of the devil.
Probably. That would be my guess.
Something like that anyway.
Or Gremlins, one of the two.
Ooh, it could definitely be Gremlins. I mean, I feed anything after midnight. Little people in costume, little Muppets. You just fucking give me something to feed, and I'm going to stuff something in it.
Yeah, you just got to throw fried chicken at it, man. It appeases it.
So weird. All right, so let's talk about Nadja's one because I'm really weirded out by the other one.
That was pretty funny.
I was a little bothered that she was so taken in by what was clearly a donut scam.
I mean, she's an idiot, so it makes sense.
But yes, 100%. We have been shown nothing to the contrary.
Yeah.
But it still bothers me. Like, I want her to have, I don't know, intellectual dominion over humans. I don't like that there could just be some rando weird lady who is banned from a particular Dunkin' Donuts that could just trick her into getting her donuts.
What I want is those magical powers. Be able to trick motherfuckers into getting me donuts.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty sweet.
I mean, arguably, that woman could definitely, like, have a cult that just collects donuts for her. Maybe that's what the dude in the bus station in Reservation Dogs was.
Yeah,
Ex-cult
maybe.
member.
I'd believe it.
I just got these free donuts. You want one? So gross. I mean, that was kind of the episode. So
yeah, it's the best part isn't just her being dumb enough to fall for some lady in the hallway being like, I can help you with this curse that you're bitching about under your breath. The best part is Colin Robinson being a cool teacher. I've had teachers like that, and they're not cool.
Oh, no. That was hilarious because ultimately Nadja's like, fuck this, I'm out. I'm going to go solve my problem with this donut woman. You two take over. And so it's like this fight, this contest between the two of them. Who is going to be the teacher, Colin Robinson or Nandor? And ultimately they both sort of like bounce off of each other in this really weird way. But yeah, I think out of the two, I think Colin Robinson was more successful as a teacher.
Well, I mean, definitely. Like, Nandor is a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I mean, so much so that he left his shit when he arrived in Staten Island. I love that his underwear had his name written on it. Like, that's just you fucking
underwear.
nerd.
That was so funny. So they go on this outing. They go to a museum. They see this sort of mannequin with a bunch of Al Conadar. I don't know where it is. I'm looking.
Yeah, Al
Conadar. Anyway, this country's sort of remnants that came through. What is it?
Customs.
What island is that?
It was immigration. Sorry, it was immigration.
But there's like what's the name of the island? I'm the worst American ever because I don't know this.
Oh, that's that one.
Liberty Island, Immigration Island, the place that the poor people came through.
Yes. That place that says that we want your tired, hungry, poor, and whatever.
Ellis Island. Thank you, Chris.
Island.
He was infinitely smarter than I am.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You're right. You did. I heard it. So coming through Ellis Island, of course, we see his, just basically out of his closet. And he's just like slowly realizing, wait, that's my shit. That's my underwear. That's my name. And there was like this mythology about like the way it was portrayed was, this mythology about someone having sex like in the air or something while they're flying. And he was like, no, that's me. Like, that's a real thing.
Yeah, this is erotic fiction. The first instance of it. And then his keychain is an amulet because he's scared of traveling. He's like, my mom gave me that.
Yeah, I love it. It's so hilarious. I do like that moment when they're all like doing the outdoor classroom and Colin's just sitting there with his hat, and then in night, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. So obviously Colin's a better teacher, but if you had to sit through a course, who would you rather have as a teacher?
Hands down, Nandor.
Yeah.
Be way more interesting.
Yeah. I feel like we would eventually get to like mace smashing, like using a mace to hit things, relentless stuff.
I hope so. I would hope so.
Yeah. If there's one thing that Nandor could teach you, what would you want it to be?
Relentlessness.
How to be relentless.
Yes.
How to not relent.
Yes.
I would want to do the flying fucking. I think that'd be a nice trick.
I mean, that's a close second. That's true. Then fall back down in flames. Just stand up naked in the middle of a pride parade. All right, no, you're selling me on that. That's okay. Yeah, let's go with that.
I mean, it's a story. You could dine. You could go to any bar, tell that story, and get a drink.
Yeah.
Like you're gold for at least one. At least. Nadja eventually figures out that she's being had, which was
after like 5 Dunkin' runs.
Yeah. Which, I mean, just the sheer amount of time that it takes her to figure anything out boggles my mind. And then just seeing her sort of confronting this mundane human that's just taking advantage of her, I kind of want her to be a little pissed off vampire-ish. Bleed her dry or something.
I was very surprised with the outcome. Like the fact that she finds out and is just pissed, but then goes and hypnotizes the lady. So the end scene is her getting fed fucking the munchkins by the counter girl.
I don't even know what a munchkin is.
They're donut holes.
Oh, why don't they just call them donut holes?
Because it's their brand, Adam.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
Donut holes. Pretentious ass motherfuckers. No, they're munchkins. They're critter biters. Fuck off. Goddamn donut hole. Right. So, ultimately, I think, okay, let's talk about this curse thing here, because is there really a curse? Is this all in her head? I
don't know. Like, I was honestly thinking about that with this episode. It's like, I need to go back and watch the first bit of the season to kind of rehash what made them think it was a curse, because I feel like it was just her being a dumb alcoholic.
Yeah.
So it's like, is she actually cursed? Because she has the picture, the supernatural picture, but it's like, is it actually a curse, or is she just a fucking idiot? Yeah. And it's a supernatural picture. So I don't know.
I've been debating this for the entire season, and this episode really sort of brought it to my forefront. I'm not convinced there is a curse, because I feel like it would have manifested in some way that was clearly more obvious than just your average episode or season, which it hasn't. I mean, it's been, and you can make the argument, well, she's had the curse the whole time. Okay, but they're just now bringing it up, so you have to sort of add some sort of heightened realism to really hammer home the idea that there is, in fact, a curse.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like first of all, I don't really want there to be a curse. I think it'd be funnier if she thought there was, went through all these fucking troubles in order to be a better person, only to realize that was the only journey worth taking in the first place. There was no real purpose except just to be a better person. No curse at all. Or if there is a curse, at least give us something. Like, give us something evil. I don't know.
Yeah.
If you could curse someone, whatever curse it could be, what would be your go-to?
See, that's hard. It depends on why I want to curse them. Like, I love the idea of the thinner gypsy curse. That's hilarious to me. Especially just watching somebody just become literally just skin and bones.
Yeah, just waste away.
That'd be hilarious. But it's also spontaneous combustion would be pretty cool too, as long as I could witness it.
Right. So that's one of those things you blink and you might miss it, and then the whole thing was for naught.
Yeah, and that would be bullshit.
Yeah.
But the thinner shit, like that takes some time.
Yeah.
So you could like slowly watch it and just kind of giggle.
I would almost like want to not watch them for a week and then come back and see the dramatic difference. Because if you're watching it, it might be so subtle that you're not really picking up on it until it's like,
True.
Yeah, we're going to hell. is basically what.
Yeah, as soon as I figure out how to do that, curse.
I think I would like to do something that would be like a body dysmorphia on the opposite end, like a body part just becomes like super bulbous and unwieldy, elephantitis of the nutsack, or
that would be hilarious.
Like ears that just become like Dumbo or something, just like ridiculous, silly things that you can't really hide, but you can't do anything about.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
It's like not life. Well, I guess it's life changing, but not.
Yeah,
it's not going to end your fucking life. Right. So it's just that much more devastating.
Yeah, you just become like a Guinness World Record holder, really.
Yeah.
Wait, it would just be a gift then.
Depends on how if they choose to exploit it or if they hide from it.
Right. Yeah, that's true. At some point you have to exploit it, right? If you don't off yourself, then you have to exploit it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. If anyone watching this in any point in space time, that from this point on, like, would you rather have a curse and hide it, or have a curse and exploit it for some form of fame? If you're going to be in misery, do you want to capitalize on said misery, or just be so embarrassed that you don't want to be seen by anyone? I think that tells you what type of person you are.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure. Right. So let's go back to the weird, creepy creatures. Because ultimately, they seem like they're going to accept whatever judgment Guillermo comes down on. Like, if he has to kill them, he's like ready. It doesn't seem like they're going to rise up.
No, because he's basically the prophet, I guess, to their cult.
So weird.
I love that part where he takes them out back, lines them up against the house to shoot them, and then Laszlo's walking off, and he just pop, 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 pop. No one's dying on my watch. Splat, 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 splat. Of course, he's a fucking Van Helsing. He can't do something without killing something.
Didn't the water creature eat it, or someone ate one of them?
Yeah, the bulldog looking one went up and grabbed it. It's like, no, bad. Okay.
This is amazing. So would you, if you had these DNA offspring of sorts, would you try to like set them free, or would you like get rid of them? What would you do?
Adam, I think you would know me well enough to know exactly what would happen. They would just live with me.
Yeah.
Like, I would just
go
have
bankrupt from healthcare.
Yeah, 100%. Especially my fucking DNA. Yeah. Like, they're gonna have a bad ticker. They're probably gonna get fucking brain cancer at some point.
Oh shit!
Mentally unstable as all hell. Like, I'd have to hide all the weapons in the house. It'd be debilitating. But yeah, I'd keep them.
Yeah, and honestly, a house without weapons is not really a house worth living in.
Yeah.
I remember we just went and watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the new movie, and so it sort of spent on this spiral of watching the old films, and so I watched like the first live action film and just sort of reflected on how that literally was my childhood. We had nunchucks and throwing stars, and we practiced fucking karate and shit on each other, me and my stepbrother, and it was painful and torturous, but that was like the 80s. That's what you did.
Fuck yeah, it was.
And it was awesome. I would not want to have lived in a house that I couldn't have had like a nunchuck to accidentally bash my nards with.
Yeah. Yeah, because you learn a very valuable life lesson.
You really do.
Nunchucks hurt.
Really bad.
Yeah.
Like, really bad. What was the worst time for you? I'll tell you mine afterward, but what was the worst time for you of ever getting hit in the nards? Do you remember? Does anything stick out? Or have you just been fortunate in life?
No, I've been hit in the balls a lot.
Birthdays.
I mean,
Christmases.
fuck, probably. God, I'm trying to think. Like, honestly, probably the worst was what I did to myself one night. Like, it was the first time I got alcohol poisoning, so that added to it. But yeah, right before I blacked out, I came back upstairs and just plopped down on the chair. But I plopped down in such a way that my balls were behind me, so I fucking landed on them and puked.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yours beats mine. So I was working at Barnes and Noble's in their cafe, but I also had to help out with the book side. So I was breaking down boxes that, had books in them. And I like punched the box and like it was still rigid together and it like came spinning up from underside and hit me right in the sack.
Shit.
So I knocked myself and I was down for a good 5 full minutes. Like it really fucking hurt.
That's rough. Fuck yeah, Chris. That is still one of my all-time favorite side scrollers.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
So then ultimately he takes them to a home, like a nursing home.
Yeah. I mean,
no one notices. No one that works there thinks it's
well,
weird.
and he was explaining that. He's like, they don't give a fuck anyways. They don't pay attention to the people. And it's like, that's beautiful. They're going to live out their lives happy with attention. And the old folks there are going to have a companion until they die. Yeah. It's beautiful. I mean, it's creepy and it's very disturbing, but it's beautiful.
Yeah, it really is. Like the more I think about it, I'm less creeped out by the weird animal little people hanging with the old people than I am Guillermo having to kill them for some reason. Maybe it's life. I don't know. But like, yeah, I definitely thought, yes, it was weird to watch them sort of hanging out with the elderly, but they need someone. Their kids clearly aren't visiting.
Yep.
So, I mean, why not? It's not like they're going to be like remember, or even if they did, they would just think it was a mystical creature from their childhood.
Right.
Like, what do they know? It's just a weird episode compared to what we've got thus far.
Yeah, this is the weird one for the season, I think. If they can top this, then holy shit, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know how they would.
I mean, we've had some wacky, absurd episodes that are just hands down hilarious, craziness. Some of, in my opinion, the best of what the series has to offer as far as episodes. But this was like way different tone than all of the rest. And I can't, I mean, we only have, this is 7 or this is 6?
Yeah.
This is 7. We have 3 more.
Yeah.
So like they have to either resolve the Guillermo thing or not. I mean, we only have 3 episodes left to sort of wrap everything up. And I don't mind having like these weird off episodes. Like,
yeah,
it's
no,
still,
of course, it's great.
It's still what we do in the shadows. You know, you can't complain. It's still great. It's just weird. Great.
Yeah.
And it's very similar in my mind to the next review we're going to be doing of just like off episodes, which is almost like a palate cleanser of sorts, you know, like you're going through so
the next one is definitely a palate cleanser.
Yeah, for sure. But like, you know, we're just doing like some insane weird. Okay, I guess that is the good question then. Did you feel like this was different enough to be remarkable amongst the season? Like, was this weirder in some way than the other?
Yeah. No, this one's gonna stick out with me.
Yeah.
Like this was a weird fucking episode.
We have to go back to the creatures at some point. Like it'll probably like the guide, right? The guide was just like a sprinkling in cameo, ends up being a sort of side fixture.
Well, same with like Baronoff and Odd and Baronoff and Oz and the one guy. Well, Sean's a fucking character.
Now, yeah. I mean, but yeah, I mean, he's always a punchline, I guess, but he's just been featured more as like a plot device in this one, or an accessory almost to the crew, rather than like the MacGuffin or the foil, as it were.
Yeah, true.
All right. What were your favorite parts of this episode?
I mean, my favorite part was also my least favorite part. Is those fucking creatures, man.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why it was so weird to me. I think it was the frogs and the fish. Those were what fucked me up.
The fish was fucked up.
The other creatures, it was fine. It was whatever. But yeah, they were beautifully done and creepy as shit.
I do feel like we should at least, to your point of what you just said, give props to the fucking makeup artists, because they created that shit. And they continually create random weird looking creatures and put on this stunning makeup every single episode, and no one ever really pays attention, and they're spending hours and hours on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you got to give them props. They're doing great work. And yeah, as much as I was creeped out, especially by the lamb one, whatever it is, like goat people and lamb people, freak me the fuck out. It's
That's
weird.
funny.
Just give me a goat and let me just, that's weird too. Don't give me a goat or a fence.
Hey, I mean, if anybody wants to give me a goat, I'll take a goat. I love goats.
I don't know. It's just like the fucking makeup on the goat one really, that was like, we saw all the other ones, which were weird. And the goat one, I was just like, oh. You know, I felt I could almost like taste what the cheese would taste like.
Oh. Oh man. That's a I don't want to put more thought into that. That's fucking gross. Yeah.
Never mind. I love the goat. Now I love the goat after that joke. That was great. All right. My favorite part, I think, was, I mean, it's got to be, is it all three CGI, the fish and the frog? Or is there a little practical in there?
Oh, those were practical. They had to be practical. They looked like...
It looked practical,
tactile.
weird practical.
Yeah.
Right? But they must be using like some fucking Jim Henson techniques or something because...
Oh, yeah. Well, especially the fish. Because like it was moving around in the water. Like it had to be just like moved around under there. So...
All right. Did we discern which one you would keep? I'm curious. If you could only keep one.
It'd probably be the bulldog.
Bulldog, okay.
Yeah. I'm a sucker for those faces.
It's pretty cute. I mean, in a weird, like...
Yeah, and it totally shouldn't exist.
Fucking crazy weird way. Yeah, I mean, I think I would probably keep the fish. I feel like it would be easier to forget about and put in a corner. Feed it once a week without looking it in the eyes. And, you know, once the charm wears off, you're just like, oh, how long do you live? Ugh.
And that's a good question. Because how long would they live?
Yeah.
Do we know, like, if it's a part of the vampire DNA?
Oh my gosh.
Immortal.
Oh
like,
my gosh.
they're going to outlive you.
What's worse? Making these human-animal hybrids that might inevitably live for all eternity, or turning a baby, like from the first season.
I feel like the baby because I don't know how. I don't remember how did the baby play out. Like, did the baby talk and stuff?
It was Laszlo that did it. Like he like turned him, and then they went to the council, and they found out that the other guy got pinned for that, which is fucked up.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know, man. I got to go with the baby. That'd probably be pretty rough.
Just give me a goat. Hashtag. All right. We're going to have some interesting traffic on this one. They're like, hey, I'm not the only one.
Right.
I don't know why I did that accent. That was weird. Super racist of me. Did you have a least favorite part?
Again, it was those creatures. They were creepy as fuck.
Animals. Yeah, that was my least favorite. It's just, the whole time I felt like Ookie, you know? Like, it's just like, ugh, I like someone's putting slime on my back or something.
It was like the gross part of the remake of the Island of Dr. Moreau.
And I can't help but feel like I'm the wrong one for feeling that way. Like I should, because like, for example, I watched the film Freaks, which I think is brilliant and wonderful, and I don't flinch or think anything. But this episode gave me the creeps. And so it's clearly not the actors. I can't figure out what it is that like freaked me out.
Like I said, man, makeup? it's supposed to be uncomfortable.
Yeah. All right.
Like they fucking knocked that shit out of the park.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, 3 episodes left. Is there anything you want to see resolved before the season ends?
I mean, we got to figure out about the curse, of course. Like, is there going to be an end? Is there a curse? We need to figure out what's going on with Guillermo. Like, honestly, at this point, I'm kind of thinking it's just going to be like, this is his state of perpetual life at this point.
Yeah.
Like, he's not going to fully turn, but it's not going to reverse. So definitely want to see where those go.
Okay. Yeah, mine is Guillermo. I just need some closure of some sort. Like, is he or isn't he? Just let me know. If it is a perpetual in between, that's fine too, but just let me know. I hate the guessing and shit like that. That bugs me.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, we're not really reviewing these because it's not really fair. It's just measuring greatness to greatness, you know? It's like bragging about your gigantic cock and Okay.
Right. It's like, which erection was better? Was it yesterday or today? They're both fantastic. 5 evil eyes.
All right. Anything else on this you want to talk about?
No, we're good.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for tuning in, whether you're watching this live or you're watching this after the fact. We genuinely appreciate you. You can actually pick up these, hey, I'm being gay over here, T-shirts. Yeah. They're great premium cotton poly blends. They fit snugly to your body. They feel nice. They don't get that rough, weird, pure cotton feel. And they don't really shrink at all either. I mean, mine got just a little animal person's pubic hair smaller than it was before. But other than that, it fits exactly the same.
Fits great. I can't wait to take this to a Guar show and get covered in blood and alien semen.
Yes. Oh. All right. Well, and always remember the evil spell packages live, and you can actually wash out alien semen. So
100%.
Get out there and be evil. With your alien semen.
Yeah. Alien spunk. Doesn't taste very good. I'll tell you that much. I've gotten an alien